NASA's recent decision to bring back 2 astronauts from the International Space Station aboard a SpaceX vehicle has left Boeing employees feeling humiliated. The astronauts initially traveled to the ISS in June on Boeing's troubled Starliner capsule. However, they will now return to Earth early next year on a SpaceX vehicle as announced by NASA. The mood at Boeing is grim. "We have had so many embarrassments lately, we're under a microscope. This just made it like 100 times worse," said a Boeing employee. The situation has intensified the rivalry between Boeing and SpaceX, adding to Boeing's growing list of challenges. NASA's choice to rely on SpaceX for the astronauts' return has sparked significant discussion. Despite Boeing's confidence in the Starliner's ability to safely bring the astronauts home, NASA opted for SpaceX after extensive testing of the Starliner. The decision was influenced by the Starliner's multiple issues, including a helium leak and thruster failures. NASA's Commercial Crew Program Manager Steve Stitch explained that the astronauts would remain in orbit until sometime in August. Ultimately, NASA deemed it safer to have the astronauts return via SpaceX's Dragon Crew 9 mission in February 2025, prioritizing the astronauts' safety above all else. The decision has not been well received within Boeing. "We hate SpaceX," a Boeing employee admitted. "We talked about them all the time and now they're bailing us out. It's shameful." "I'm embarrassed, I'm horrified," the employee added. Many at Boeing are reportedly pointing fingers at NASA for the situation. Despite Boeing's belief in the Starliner's capabilities, NASA's choice reflects a lack of confidence in Boeing's current ability to ensure astronaut safety. Boeing refrained from commenting directly on NASA's decision, but emphasized its commitment to the safety of the crew and the spacecraft. The Starliner has faced numerous challenges, contributing to NASA's decision. A helium leak occurred just before liftoff, worsening upon docking at the ISS. These issues extended the astronauts' mission from the planned 9 days to 49 days in space. Further complications included thruster failures which, although addressed, raised concerns about the Starliner's reliability. "We believe Starliner could bring them home safely, but NASA didn't want to take the risk," said a Boeing employee. NASA's decision to keep the astronauts aboard the ISS and bring the Starliner home uncrewed underscores the agency's cautious approach to spaceflight safety. NASA Administrator Bill Nelson highlighted the inherent risks of spaceflight, stating, "Spaceflight is risky, even at its safest and most routine. A test flight by nature is neither safe nor routine." He emphasized that the decision to keep the astronauts aboard the ISS and bring the Starliner home uncrewed was driven by a commitment to safety. "I'm grateful to both the NASA and Boeing teams for all their incredible and detailed work," Nelson added. Steve Stitch acknowledged that discussions with Boeing involved some disagreement about the level of risk, but NASA ultimately prioritized the astronauts' safety above all else. The setbacks with the Starliner have cost Boeing approximately $1.5 billion, beyond the initial $4.5 billion contract with NASA. This contract aimed to make Starliner NASA's second transportation option to the ISS alongside SpaceX's Crew Dragon. However, ongoing issues could jeopardize Starliner's future and further tarnish Boeing's reputation in the aerospace industry. Boeing has already been under scrutiny this year, with safety concerns highlighted by several incidents, including a door panel mishap on an Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9 jet. Additionally, at least 20 whistleblowers have raised alarms about safety and quality issues at the company, with some facing severe consequences.